What's up guys, it is Maxwell with the next video, and today we've got highlights from this midweek war between War Whales and AxeYouSomethin. Sort of a rematch, you could say. I guess we had matched like 55 days ago or something now. So yeah, this time, that time it was a random war actually, and they beat, no, it was an arranged war and they beat us. This time it was a random spin, and we screwed them out of the victory. No, I did the spin actually, and would you know it, we had an advantage again, 2 extra Town Hall 10s, so shout out to myself for being a god at spinning. But anyways, let's get a bit more serious. So 7-18 against 7-16, as I already said, 2 extra 10s for us, 3 11 versus 11 triples. We actually had sort of a rough start. They had 2 11 versus 11 triples really early on 2 of our bases. I guess they knew them. I don't know. I had them in videos, whatever. So they went like 2 out of 2 11v11, like the first evening or something, really crazy. But then we actually somehow ended up with 11 10v10 triples. I don't even know how that happened. Like in the beginning, we weren't even doing so hot. And then at some point, like the guys just started showing up. Richard shows up 6 packs. Shang shows up 6 packs. And like, I don't know, the triples just came flooding in all of a sudden. I think Anno also 6-packed, I don't even know. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a maintenance inside this one, so we lost quite a few replays. However, I still have some really awesome attacks for you guys, including all the 11 versus 11 triples. So we're going to be checking those out. And yeah, overall a really nice victory, of course. We unlocked quite a few 11 versus 11 attempts. In the beginning, we were focusing on converting those for 2 stars because we were not doing so hot 10v11, but at some point we just like went all out for the 3 stars. So yeah, that's enough talk, I guess. Let's head over here and let's go and check out some, oops, there we go, some replays. So first of all, on number 2, it is going to be yours truly coming in. Manu actually busy this war, so I ended up playing Disciple account and was able to grab a nice triple right here with the Queen Walk into Witch Slap, as you guys can see. So coming in, oh, by the way, I have my new microphone. It is finally here. I'm not quite sure about the setup yet. I currently have it set up over here, like outside the face cam. So I don't know if it's too quiet or if I'm gonna have to adjust the settings. I would love to keep it this way because this way I think that the picture is really clean, the face cam picture. But I'm not quite sure. Definitely give me feedback, guys. Let me know if it's okay like this for you. The audio, I mean, it should be a lot clearer again. And yeah, I'm not using the headset anymore to record. So as I said, let me know in the comments, how is the audio for you guys inside this one? Is it good? Is it too low? Does it sound weird? Of course, I'm also gonna listen in, but I'm probably not gonna edit too much for this first one, just to see how it goes. And yeah, this base right here, I'm attacking it. And actually, I did not need any jump spells, so I had 2 heal spells and 4 rage spells for this one, which is definitely quite nice. And yeah, able to grab the triple. This was a fresh hit as well, so no scout. I didn't know anything, but my kill squad ended up going strong. The healer switching to the golem here definitely helped, shielded the queen for quite a bit longer. And the hawks were actually also pretty fun on this outside right here. You guys probably saw it already. 5 hawks coming in right there to take out those defenses. So yeah, that worked really nicely, and it ended up being a nice triple. Popped the queen ability for time purposes. I didn't need it for damage, so really nice. And this base was, as I said, 0. It was fresh actually. It hadn't even been attacked, so that really helped us. It was actually our first 11 versus 11 triple and the first attempt also, so that was a pretty big one actually, pretty big triple, so definitely happy I got it. And then on this base we attempted an 11v11, as you can see, but we didn't need the 2-star anymore. This was really late in the war, so didn't even go for the for the 2-star, as I said, so that remained 1-star. But yeah, anyways, this guy Kenny, you saw him 11v11 triple and actually 6-pack already in the last video, in the random war that we had for win number 400. He 6-packed right there. Right here comes in with a smart little wall breaker trick. I don't know if it was needed, but he uses the hawk right there to distract the wizard tower for those wall breakers to break through. And this time he's going to show us some Suilalo on a real base. Like the last couple of bases, of course, were a little bit low, but still, of course, nice triples. He had the hawk 6-pack last war, and this war he comes in with another 11 versus 11 triple Suilalo. Perfect suicide mission actually, as you guys will be able to see. Takes out the enemy queen right here, He is actually gonna grab that axe bow right there as well, and then the Lava Hound comes out. So yeah, a little bit strange. These guys ran a couple of Hound CCs. I don't know why. They had 2 Hound CCs on turn 11 actually, so if you're matching them, watch out for that. Definitely really strange. Like, and then with the replays gone, that made it extra awkward because it's of course, yeah, then you, like, if the base has already been hit, you need to be able to reach the guy who attacked it, ask him what was the CC, what were the Teslas, and like we didn't put that much effort in protocolling that because it was a midweek war, so that was really awkward, but still, like, considering that, a really good performance for sure. Like, a bunch of our 10s also actually going fresh. Like, I know that, of course, one of Richard's 10v10 triplets was a fresh hit, and yeah, overall a really solid war. I mean, I guess midweek bases, they always, of course, help because they are not, like, usually not as tough. So I think they will always help in, of course, having some really good performances. But yeah, definitely quite nice. And this Lava Hound here, 10 out of 10 doctors would not recommend it at turn 11, but they used it anyways. And Chad definitely punching him for that. Like, take a look at how many balloons he's got left. It's going to be like almost, I don't know, 20 balloons or something. Crazy, crazy stuff, and a very nice Suilalo triple. Throwback to 2017 when that used to happen in pretty much all the triplets, because like all the triplets then were on Lalo CCs. And then we've got Mutke once again grabbing himself a triple as well, and he's got some Suilalo cooked up, but this is actually a damage, you see, and he's gonna fly right into it, not scared. He's got 2 poison spells actually, so cutting down a little bit on his spells for the Lalo portion of this raid. He has 1 Skelly spell to kill the Queen. Queen is like not severely shielded this one. King is pretty far away. Bomb towers are actually pretty far away, so that's nice. And Mutke is going to be able to do work right here. Gets just like some pathing, some defenses with his suicide heroes. Does not even break them into the base. Queen ability is going to achieve like getting down 1 more archer tower right here. And then he's going to start the Lalo on this side. There we go, with the Hound, with the Loons. More Loonies coming in, and more Hounds. And there goes the 3rd Hound right there. Nice Loon drop. I don't know what those 2 Loons were, Mutke. Those 2 Loons. Can you explain those, please? Oh, I still have 8 Loons. No kidding. Guys, I'm allowed to do this, okay? I'm allowed to make fun of him. I'm one of the few people. Skelly spell, actually, did he drop it next to the Queen? That looked a bit strange. Anyways, there goes the Warden ability. And the Warden ability, of course, so useful for those nice little ground Skellies. Inside the Queen compartment, they become invulnerable. And then they can absolutely destroy the Queen. At this point, it looks like it's going to be close, but he actually still has a Hound at full health left alive. So, it's safe to say the Seeking Air Mines on this one were not placed ideally. And yeah, Mutke also grabbing quite an overkill here. Almost as many Loons left, but he's got a Hound left. He's got a haste spell left, and this was actually a damage CC. And there we go. Snip would be proud of you, Mutke, because that's swag on the P.E.K.K.A statue. That gets you extra points. Yeah, that's that one. And then we've got a couple 10v10s right here, guys. Shang dropping the 6-pack. Very nice war by Shang. But actually, both of those are pretty funny. Like, you gotta watch the end of this one. And the end of this one is almost exactly like the end of his 2nd attack, when his 2nd attack was a Sui Lalo. This one, of course, a Queen Charge Lalo right here. So I thought this one would be a bit more cool to watch. So we're gonna watch this one. But stay tuned for the end. Like, the end of this attack is pretty funny. Here comes the Warbreaker. We see the upgraded mini bomb right there. Of course, a bunch of players have those upgraded now. I think I have all of them. Little bombs started on Raziel. I have them all on Legend Killer. I think I'm missing a couple on Maxwell, but that account is not in CWL Wars right now. At least not regularly, so who cares? And then we've got some chaotic Warbreakers here by Sheng opening up all sorts of compartments. Actually, only 2 compartments. I guess he wanted to break this one right here, but missed the Warbreak actually. So AQ is going to be stepping in this compartment. She's going to be taking out the cannon. Then he's going to have a really good Queen ability, of course, combined with, I was going to say, probably combined with the Rage spell because of that Inferno Tower, Queen, like so much And then also the elixir storage, so much high HP stuff that he needs to take out. So the queen, I think she manages to get the, yeah, she manages to get the Inferno right here. I don't always remember, guys, like, I have watched most of these attacks already, but I don't always remember because I watched so many attacks, like, so many triples and war whales, and then of course I still have Sparta as well, although, actually I don't watch as many 10v10 triples over there, but yeah, anyways, Sheng is gonna be having a nice Lalo here also. I think this Lalo looked really sweet once again. He always has really good Lalos, of course. And he's got the Rage, but he's holding on to it though. Here we go. Now he drops it. The air defense and then the Inferno Tower. The Sweeper is actually on the healers or pups or something. It did not blow back the loons, which helps. At this point is where you would like love to have that extra spell. Of course, he meant his queen to go up there. He meant to break this compartment and meant to the queen to grab all this junk. Now she's gonna go back up top actually there. And stay tuned for this end. As I mentioned, guys, it's gonna be quite fun. So the queen takes out the X-Bow, and then she's actually gonna die to the cannon, if I remember correctly. So she takes the Wizard Tower, the cannon switches, of course, to the queen. The loonies take out the Wizard Tower, which was pretty big. Queen takes out the air defense. Then the Archer Tower is also gonna switch, and the queen will die, if I remember correctly. And then the pups and the minions, oh no, okay, this one. Oh yeah, the queen died to the cannon eventually. And then the pups and the minions wrap up the triple. And that actually was exactly the same thing that happened on his second attack as well. That was so hilarious. Like, both of them looked like, he's got it. Oh no, he's failing. And then he got it in the second attack. A bit more fun even. The last defense ended up being a Wizard Tower. And the pups and minions overwhelmed that. So, maybe a bit lucky, but both of those attacks just good enough to get the triple. And that's, of course, exactly what we're looking for. I think I have sort of adjusted the microphone because it's further away from me, just trying to explain here. It's actually further away from me than usual, like I'm not this close to it. And for that reason, I have increased my volume. And I think it's sometimes I need to turn it down a little bit because the way I'm talking right now is a bit different than how I talked in the testing. And it's peaking sometimes a little bit too high. So it might sound a bit strange. I'm gonna listen in. But if it sounds a bit strange at parts, don't be mad, guys. Just let me know. And I'll be sure to adjust it for the next one. Still learning with this new microphone. It's a similar one, but a little bit better one than what I had before. So looking forward to that. Listening in earlier, it sounded really good. But as I said, I'm not sure. I mean, I could, of course, let me show you. I could put it like closer, like this. Of course, now it's too loud, so I'm gonna talk more quiet. But I don't know. I think it looks a bit ugly if it's in the face cam. So I don't really. That's really smart, by the way, doing that on recording. I don't really want to have it in the picture. I don't know what to do. So for this one, Richard. Coming in with, how many Warbreakers did he have in the beginning? Did you guys watch? If not, go back to the beginning of this replay and check it out, because it was, I think, like 16 or something, or 14 or 15, I don't know, but definitely quite a lot of Warbreakers, although he actually effed up on the wall breaks a little bit. He's going to be coming in with a Hawk here to tank the Wizzy Tower, and then he's going to be able to open up that section, so the Queen is going to reroute outside. Ooh, oops, that's not what I meant. I guess we're going to find out how many Warbreakers he had, though. 16, yeah. He had 16 Warbreakers. That's crazy. Like, whenever you see 16 Warbreakers, you're like, I think he wasted a couple also in the beginning there. Oh, I guess not really. He just trickled them in, sort of. I don't know if this was a fresh hit or not. I know that his other triple definitely was a fresh hit. So, we're going to be checking that out if I don't forget after this replay. So yeah, he breaks this wall right here. And then he's going to be hogging, of course. He has gotten the Queen down, which is, of course, nice. His Queen making her way in, and now he's going to start the hogs over at the top pretty soon here. There we go. Sends them right into that bomb tower right there. And then more and more hogs coming in from the top. Heal spell is going to get placed. He actually gets a bit sketchy there with the giant bomb after the bomb tower already triggering. BK just around the outside to tank for the Hawks, to clear Tesla and the mortar and some junk over there. A couple of Wizzies coming in for the cleanup. He's got the miner there as well. which is going to go to the core to take out the clan castle and the archer queen altar. And we also have a minion coming in right there. Some nice touch on the cleanup troops. I always appreciate stuff like that, where like people just think ahead, because I think a lot of attacks are actually failing because people don't do that. So whenever something like this is done, I certainly enjoy that. So very nice job to that on Richard. And a sweet 10 versus 10 Queen Ho triple with 16 Warbreakers. That's also got to be some extra points, although there was no swag. Let's check, is number 11 fresh? Oh yeah, this is also fresh. So Richard dropping the fresh 6-pack here and here. Check it out. Both of those on the first attempt. Wow, that's crazy good stuff. That explains why the wall breaking was a bit weird, of course. That's 11. And then we've got a couple of Town 9 replays actually, guys. So for this one right here, we've got Mr. Bob coming in. And Mr. Bob is, it's actually quite surprising that we have couple of Town 9 replays, because as I told you guys, we had the maintenance, which was sort of in the middle of war. It wiped a bunch of the 10v10 replays. We're gonna have to shout out a couple 10s in the end of this one, just because I am not able to highlight their attacks, and they had some awesome triples. Freaking maintenance, man, that's like the worst thing about making YouTube videos, maintenance breaks. It just sucks so much. But yeah, Mr. Bob for this one is going to be pulling the Sui Lalo. He's got a Skelly spell. I'm assuming this is a cleanup. I'm not quite sure, but it's actually quite likely because it was late in war and I think we had already hit all the bases. Whatever. I just want to have some Town 9 content inside this one, guys. So that's why we're still going to be watching it. Here comes the Lava Hound, the first Lava Hound, the second Lava Hound. More and more loons coming in from all sorts of angles into this base. And we're gonna have one more, of course, the Max Lava Hound from the CC, still to be deployed, and it's gonna be deployed right there. Oops, excuse me, guys. I just ate dinner a couple minutes ago, so yeah, probably not the most smart time to record, but I wanted to record this video. I wanted to get it out there for you guys to be able to enjoy something. Of course, gonna be whale watching tomorrow. I'm sort of debating in Sparta between recording, planning and attacking live, and just attacking live without recording, because right now I have a pretty good hit rate and I would certainly like to not fail, and you of course tend to be less focused whenever you have to like voice over and actually commentate over your attacks. So that's probably why I'm not really doing that right now, because it has been my goal and still my goal to at some point also have 100% war match hit rate at Town 9. I've had it before, Town 11 of course, back in DLZ. I was the first Town 11 in DLZ to have 100% hit rate on war match, so I'm still pretty proud of that. And I want to achieve it at Town 9 as well, and I'm not that far away anymore, only a couple of wars, so that's why I'm not really doing the planning and attacking live right now. And yeah, that's why. There's probably going to be whale watching, and then we're going to start with the recaps again. And this one right here, we've got Groovy Birdman coming in, and Groovy Birdman, actually this time it's the captain himself, because Bird was actually really busy, so I had to help out here and actually grab a 99 triple late in the war as well. This is the Falcon, of course. We were sort of sure it was a damage CC. This base had been attacked before as well, but not quite sure. Sort of sure it was a damage CC, but not quite sure. So I just said, alright, whatever. I'm gonna use the Falcon, and if it's a damage CC, it's gonna be fine. And if it's... I was expecting a Sticking Airmine here, because this walk just looks too juicy. Like, check this out. 2 walkable expos, and the King and the CC all for just like the cost of 1 Rage Spell. That looked really fishy to me. Like, whenever I see those types of walks at Town 9, I always smell a trap, but it somehow, like, rarely happens. I don't know what it is, like, but Town 9 base building, it makes sense to make it really, really trolly these days, of course, because there's so few defense. Like, we see 60, 70, sometimes 80% hit rate, so whenever you get 1 defense, you're like the ultimate king. So it makes so much sense to build really trolly, like queen walks that look juicy or whatever. My queen actually breaking through here, which like wasn't a big deal. She was still gonna grab the expo. So that's why I decided to bring the Coco Loon right there, just to test for a Sticking Airmine, just to not get trolled. But actually ended up there was none there. A couple of Hawks here on the sides, couple hogs for this wizard tower to help with the funnel, a couple of hogs on that side to help with the funnel. Actually, that was the main purpose of those 8 hogs. Other than that, I was pretty sure I was going to be able to overpower the base, because take a look at what's left at this point. There's not a lot of defenses left that are going to hurt ground troops. And yeah, that's why I probably could have swagged this heal spell, by the way, but I decided to like rather not make it close and rather grab the triple for the team, of course. And yeah, what did I mean to say? Like all the bulk of the dangerous defenses for ground troops was over here, where I actually started with the Rage Burn, then of course in my Queen Walk. So that's why I was pretty confident that the Falcon was going to work, and it actually worked out beautifully once again. Falcon seems really strong right now. Seems really strong. Actually used both hero abilities for cleanup. Maybe could have swagged both of them. But who cares? No P.E.K.K.A statue on this one, so had to swag on the CC. But yeah, I want to shout out a couple of our 10s, guys. Let's not forget that the 10s that end up tripling that I was not able to show right here. We've got Anno with the 6-pack, grabbing the 2 lowest bases. Nice dips, Anno. We've got Jason the Great grabbing a triple. We've got the Rat with the triple. Grey Worm with the triple. That's a dip, 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 dip. No, that's 10v10s that we saw. Tony got himself a triple as well. And I believe that's it. Yeah, okay, this is the Town 11s already. Alrighty, guys, we're going to be switching over to the other one right here one more time. So there you guys go. There's the result. Pretty clean map from us, although there were 7 11s and more. We were able to grab 115 stars, which is a really decent score. They tripled 2 of our 11s, but did not clear the 10s. Yeah, only 4 10v10 triples with 23 attempts. That's of course what really hurt them, and like not able to come back from that. With this breakdown, with 14 dips and only 16 or 18 10s in the war, we unlocked so many 11v11s that we were just able to pull it out in the end. So yeah, a nice war. Big sorry to AxeYouSomethin. Sorry guys. I did not mean to put us at such an advantage with the 2 extra 10s. I did the spin. It's all on me. But no, just kidding. Midweek war. I know nobody cares. Nice war, guys. It was a pleasure. Always nice, of course, to match a good opponent, a good solid opponent, not a farm war like for our 400th win. That was like sort of weird. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Very nice war, and also to you as my viewers. Thank you for once again watching. I'm going to be signing out and actually going to be preparing to record the whale watching, which is going to be coming up in a couple of hours already. So yeah, guys, until that time, the Captain will see you all later. Peace out.